If you guys don't know me, my name's Shoei. I'm here to present to you guys the tigrinya school that we're trying to incorporate into the tutoring program. So the first thing on the slide, it says fostering a solid understanding of an identity through language, history, culture, and art. And that's basically what we're aiming to do. Another quote I wanted to share with you guys was this quote. I don't know who it's by, but it says, "Coming together was the beginning, staying together is the process, and working together is success." So, what this means, it's pretty much self-explanatory. We need to come together in order for anything within the Eritrean community to kind of blossom or become bigger or become efficient. Up to this point, me, a few others, like Temescan, and back when we had the first tutoring program, we had a few others who came together to make this possible. So now I need the Eritrean community at large to help me out. When you work together, it's more efficient. When you work together, you'll find success. And when you work together, rather than finding your own ideals or doing things just for yourself, when you give to the other person, when you say, "Hey, I'll help you do this, I'll help you do that," you'll find success. So it has a double morale in that story. So what we have scheduled to talk about today is during the introduction of teachers. I would say in tigrinya, but I don't read that fast. Talking about volunteers or walentanyata. Yeah. And then
maybe I should have thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second is volunteers. And Eritrean teaching English. And then talking about snacks and ways to help foster this program. Okay. So, if you guys don't know already, we're having the tutoring program on Saturdays from 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday at Burn Creek Secondary. The address is 777 18th Street in Burnaby, so near Edmund Station.
Okay. What? ርዱ ይመስለኝ ናይ ኤርትራውያን ናይ ቋንቋ ትግርኛን ካልእ አካዳሚያዊ ትምህርትን ዝወሃበሉ ቦታ ኣብ ባይረን ክሪክ በዓል ካልኣይ ደረጃ ቤት ትምህርቲ እዩ ኤድመንድ ስካይ ትሬን ሴንተር ኮይኑ ኣብ ሰሙን ሓደ መዓልቲ ቀዳም ካብ 1 ክሳብ 4 ድሕሪ ቀትሪ ዝወሃብ
Price of the school. Yes, you have to pay. Nothing's cheap in this world. So, here's how it's going to go. Pricing for the tigrinya school. If the guardian is not a member of the Eritrean community, the pricing is as follows. For the first child, it's $80. For the second child, it's $60. And for the third and any children they have after that, it's $50. Why is it so high? It's not really high, because if a kid wanted to learn Japanese, Punjabi, or Chinese, they'd be paying $150 now.
What is empowerment?
So what does it mean to you? What does it mean to Eritreans?
I mean, like he said, once we get more kids, we can get grants. It's not just depending on ourselves.
Yeah.
ናይ ሓልዮትን ናይ ፍቅርን ኣብ መንጎና ክህሉ ኣለዎ ምክንያቱ ንምሳሌ ንበሎ ሸዊት ምህለን ዘይዎ እዚ ነገር እዚ ንሕና እንድሕር
Yeah. Maybe it's small, but you can.
Okay, so we were talking about what does empowerment mean for Eritreans first. Well, what does it mean? What is empowerment? So, what we talked about is what we thought. It's working together, communicating. Empowerment is to inspire each other so that we can build up our inner potential, and utilizing our individual gifts. So. It's not that you empower someone, you give them the gifts so that they can empower themselves. Learning from each other and the unity to utilize, so by building the unity, by coming together, we can then utilize outside resources. So that's what we're saying. If by empowering our community. If we were to come together, that's one of the advantages that we could take, that we could use. And what are the steps? We talked about what are the steps, so how can we make that happen? We talked about putting differences aside for a common goal. As an example, building the tigrinya school and starting it. And then, so how do we do that? First thing is familiarizing ourselves with each other. We can't expect for us to come together to work towards a common goal if we're not meeting each other, if we're not social, if we don't know each other. And as a result of that, then that's how we build the trust, that's how we build honesty within our community, so that we can then take the steps towards empowering ourselves and empowering the community.
Does anybody have questions for them? Going once? Thoughts? Opinions? Nope. Going once?
So we talked about exchanging ideas, meeting new people. For example, today I met a few people that I have never seen before. Building relationships, getting to know each other, networking, and we must encourage our children and youth to be involved in our community. This in Tigrinya says تحتنا حاليوت توفينت, which means humility, and حاليوت is to take care of each other, and like everyone to be like dedicated. Not like community is not just about like everyone. Each individual has to be, involved and feels that he or she is part of the community. Community cannot be just led by a few people, one or two, three people, just top leaders. Like everyone should be, involved and should be led. It says should be led by many people. Like everyone should like consider him or himself like as a leader in the community. And in Tigrinya we said መጀመርታ ክንራኸብ ኣለና ክንተሓላለ ኣለና ክንተሓጋገዝ ኣለና ክንፋለጥ ኣለና በብወገንና ድማ እቲ ንኻልኦት ዘይፈለጡ ሰባት ድማ ከነፍልጥ ኣለና. ኮሚኒቲና ክጥንክር ኣለዎ ሕይል ኣለዎ. ውዳቤ ክህሉ ኣለዉ ንዘይፈለጡ ሰባት ከነፍልጥ ኣለና በብወገንና ሓድነት ክህልወና ኣለዎ ክንረዳዳእ ክንተሓጋገዝ ኣለና። ካልእ ድማ ኣብቲ ዘሰማምዓናን ኣብቲ ክረዳዳናን ዝኽእል ኣልስቲ ኣብኡ ኣፀቢቕና ኣጠንክሮ ክንገብር ኣለና። ኣብቲ ዘፈላለየና ነገራት ኣብኡ ብዙሕ ኣድህቦ ክንገብር የብልናን። I would say that in English it's like we should focus on what united us together. We should focus and we should not focus on on our differences.
Any comments?
يرايكم دلو بزح زحرنا كوي لن دنقوين لاينا جميرنا تخون خوينو لمن ساعات إريتريان نحجاز وين مدقاف كبهال كله تاين تقاليل أبزرلينا تزرارينا مو بزح تصبغ ريتوتات تسنزيرو أنا مجمريا أبنت كنكون وي كنسرع كمزلنا أبنت طبعا كنكون لنا كبهال كله جن بقالات وي نعوم طرح بممهار مخرب مهار بقالات راح زي كونه بقبرن بزلنا ገንዘብን ጊዜና በመፋይኹን በኻልእን ክንገብረለና ማለት እዩ በናይ እንግሊዛውያን አዘራረባ we need to walk the talk ስለዚህ ኣብኣ ጽቕጥ ኣቢልና ተዘራሪብናላ ማለት እዩ ኣብነት ክንሰርዓሎም ከለና ክኽተሉና ይኽእሉ እዮም ግን ትንዛረቡን ንገብሮም በበይኑ እንተኾይኑ ክኽተሉና ኣይክእሉን ኣብዚ ኮይና ተዘራሪብና ካልእ ዝተዋህበ ርእይቶ ናታቶም ናይ ትምህርቲ ኣቀባብላ ክእለት ከየቃለልና ወይ ከየፋኾስና እንተሓጊዝናዮም ብዙሕ ክመሃሩ ይኽእሉ እዮም ማለት እዩ ሳልሳይ መንነቶምን ባህሎምን ቋንቋኦምን ብምፍላጦም እንታይ ከም ዝጠቕሞም ብምርዳእ ማለት እዩ ዝያዳ እዚ ክንገብር ከዓኒ ኩልና መምሃራን ክኾን ኣለና ማለት እዩ ናይ ግድን ናይ መምህርና ዲፕሎማ ዘለዎ ጥራሕ ዘይኮነ ኩልና መምሃራን ኢና ባህልኹም እንድሕሪ ሓሊኹም መንነትኩም ዛንታኹም ኩሉ እንድሕሪ ፈሊጥኩም ከም ካልኣይ ሰብ እዮም ዝኾኑ ማለት እዩ ካልኣይ ቋንቋ ዝፈልጥ ካልኣይ ሰብ ማለት እዩ ካብ ሓደ ሰብ ከዓ ክልተ ሰብ ይብርትዕ ማለት እዩ ስለዚ ቋንቋን ባህልን ምፍላጥ ነቲ ዘለዎም ዓቕሚ የደንፍዕ እምበር ኣይጎድኦምን ማለት እዩ ዝተላዕለ ሕቶ እንታይ እዩ ነይሩ ብዙሕ ግዜ ኣብ ሰሜን ኣሜሪካ ዝዓብዩ ቆልዑት ንሕና እሲ ናብ ዓድና ከይድና ናብራ ክንገብር ኣይኮንና ናብዚ ኢና ተወሊድና ኣብዚ ኢና ንዓቢ ዘለና ስለዚ ኣብቲ ናይ ቋንቋ እንግሊዝ እንተድሃብና ሓይሽ ኢሎም ናብ ናይ ትግርኛ ወይ ናይ ባህሊ ትምህርቲ ኣይንኸይድን ኢሎም ዝኣብዩ ወይ ሸለል ዝብልዎ ኣለዉ ከመይ ጌርና ኢና ክንኣልዮም ነዚኣቶም ዝብል ሕቶ እውን መፅኡ ዝተዋህበ መልሲ እንታይ እዩ ንግዚኡ እቶም ቆልዑ ከምኡ ክስምዖም ክእል እዩ ዌስት ኦፍ ታይም ኢሎም ክሓርቁ ይኽእሉ እዮም ግን ነቲ ትግርኛ ባህልን ቋንቋን ክለምድዎን ከፍቅርዎም ምእንቲ ንሕና ንዕኡ ምቹእ ዝኾነ ኩነታት ኢና ክንፈጥረሎም ንኽእል ማለት እዩ ስለዚ ብምንታይ ኢና ክንሕግዞም ንኽእል ነቲ ትምህርቲ ሃሁ ጥራሕ ተምሃሩ ኢልካ ምጭናቕ ዘይኮነ ዝሞድዩ ዝተፈላለየ መግብታት ኣምፂና ቁርሲ ብምግባር ንሓድሕዶም ከዓ ክፃወቱ ጌምስ ብምፍጣር ከምኡታት ጌርና ከም ዝናፍቅዎ ወይ ከም ዝደልይዎ ክንገብሮም እውን ሓላፍነት ኣለና ማለት እዩ እምበር መጀመርያ ብዙሕ ግዜ ክቃወሙ ይኽእሉ ማለት እዩ ኣብ ናይ ቲኔጀር ዕድመ ምስ በፅሑ ወይ ርዝም ምስ በሉ ግን ባህልናን ኣማፃፅኣናን ኣፀቢቕኩም ኣይነገርኩምናን ኢሎም እውን ክኸሱና ይኽእሉ እዮም ስለዚ ኣብ ሓደ እዋን ዝነቑሕሉ ግዜ እውን ስለ ዘሎ ከይደኸምና ወይ ከይተሰላሽና ክንምክሮም ንኽእል ኢና ማለት እዩ ቋንቋ መገዲ ባህልን ካልእ ምፍላጥን ርኩሕ ስለ ዝኾነ ኩሉ ግዜ ኣብ ቋንቋ ክትድጉ እውን ኣድላይ ምዃኑ ተዘነት ክታፅያተን ዛረብ ዝረሳዕኩ ወይ ዝዘለልክዎ ነገር ትብል
تقبلوا خذباكم عين بابا زبيك سلموا سويت سقاك ما قال احنا يتعري الصدر عالقلي تفر تسبا تمنيت فرص عما ملكتنا يلمعات ملكتنا يلمعات كمرتي زباق ولا سوي عمالتي نساب كم نتري نسبقني نسيب ورحيلي شريحة إلي عم بيوت صلاة تداري لي مجوتات سجلي زكيريو خطبات مكراتي فنجزري أمان بهوتي رديت زينتي من لمعتوت سبرس وفي رمو معاريتهم فلسي غاري رمو ما يقبليو تقبلوني خباكم بلا زبيك سلمات سويت شداد مقالب ناي تعريف صدرات بتر تسمع تميت فريت على ملكت ما يبعات ملكت سحلف زلون سكيا بدك سمعات حمات بخلنا ناي سيو مسكن تقريبني كيبني كيبك هاجري زمني سكاز محلي سلام زانين معادنا ما خبكا عوت ربنا سمعاتي ريخاتي يبقى بلاقيكي بسيو دهيكي تقبلوا رباكم بطبع زريك سلمات سويت سكات مغالق ناي تعريف صدراتي اتر تسمع